Hey guys, I'm Russ.
And I'm Angie.
And I am a recovering addict to pornography, masturbation, and other destructive behaviors.
And as his wife and support person, I'm here to help those who have been affected by pornography use and to help you find hope and healing in your life.
Today we are going to talk about a couple differences. First, the difference between a slip and relapse, and also the difference between sobriety and recovery.
Again, guys, we're not therapists. These are our opinions, I guess, based on what we've learned throughout the years. And some people may have difference of opinion as far as like sobriety and recovery or slips and relapses. But this is just our input, so yep.
First, we want to talk about the difference between a slip and a relapse. Now, the reason we differentiate between the two is just really terminology as far as where you are mindset wise, the state of mind, the feelings that you have about them. Either one, you're going to reset your number of days. You're going to start your clock over again. So a slip would be acting out with either pornography or masturbation, and a relapse is the same thing, either acting out with pornography, masturbation. So the difference with a slip is the mindset and the feelings that you have about what led up to acting out. You recognize the triggers that led to you acting out. Afterwards, whether you're feeling guilty or not, and how you can improve. You take what just happened, you learn from it, and how can you set yourself up to not do that again, or at least you're looking for ways to do that. You may not know how to or not, and that's maybe why you're sitting here watching these videos now.
As far as for the spouse, one thing that helps me between the difference of a slip and a relapse is I know when he says that he had a slip is that, okay, he messed up one time, he recognizes it, he wants to continue to be better, he wants to continue to make progress so we can continue to move forward. So that's helpful to me.
And then with a relapse, it could be going on for several days of just acting out. And then the feeling is that you don't care about your recovery anymore. You've given up. There's no hope. You don't strive to do better, really. And you're just falling back into the addictive cycle and that state of mind of who cares, leave me alone, don't bother me, I like this. Could be even like leaving the family, divorce, quitting your job, everything. Relapse is just a lot worse, and again, it just lets your spouse know kind of how you're doing or how you felt, I guess, in that time.
Usually in our relationship, I wouldn't find out about a relapse until at least weeks after it happened, because Russ would slip back into that cycle and he's like, I'm just going to hide it. I'm just not going to tell anyone. I am doing fine. I want this again. I don't want recovery. And so oftentimes it was weeks, sometimes even months. There was one time that he was like, yeah, it's been going on for a couple months. I think it was like 2 months or something. But so that's the difference between a slip and a relapse. Like I said, for us, a relapse is just, I don't care. I want this in my life again and I don't need help.
And now going into sobriety and recovery, the way we see sobriety is that it's just your number of days that you have gone without acting out. Whether that was with active step work or self-improvement or not. It's just day one, you made it through. Another day, you made it through without acting out. It's just the number of days on your clock, your calendar, of how many days you've gone without acting out. And recovery is actually sobriety plus your recovery work, your steps, the improvements that you've made, the boundaries that you're working on, ways that you're working on yourself and trying to do better, actually improving your life, not just white knuckling it through every day, not keeping yourself busy throughout the day just so you can say, oh, I was too busy and I had a recovery day. It's not a recovery day if you didn't actually think about what's going on and you weren't mindful about your thoughts. For me, I consider a day a lot more successful if I happen to have triggers and I catch myself, whether thoughts or where I'm looking or what I could be thinking about. Really, it's a lot more successful when if I think about that, and then this is where my mind is. Why am I here? Why am I thinking about this? And how can I get out of it? Like, what do I need to do right now to stop this thought, to get rid of these memories, really? And it could have been a key word in a song or something that I heard, and that's what started triggering a memory. And I just catch myself, say, whoa, I don't need to be thinking about this. I don't want to be thinking about this. What do I need to do? That's a lot more successful than just going, oh, I was too busy to think about anything. I just did this, and this, and I had no time. I came home and I crashed. Like, that wasn't a very successful day as far as recovery. It was just another day that you made it through.
Yeah, and we do see that a lot with, we've seen that a lot throughout the years, actually, with a lot of people that we've associated with in groups and meetings, therapy, and stuff like that. A lot of people, sorry, I say a lot. A lot of people just are doing the bare minimum, and that's kind of, I guess, another side of sobriety. It's just barely getting through day to day. Not really putting forth the effort that you need to make it to recovery.
So we hope you don't take what we've said so far like the wrong way. Sobriety is good to have, and it helps you get on that path to recovery. But like I've learned myself, sobriety alone, white knuckling it through every day is not helpful. It's not going to work without being able to recognize emotions and thoughts and to do something about them. For a long time, I thought, oh, I can just have sobriety days and they'll keep adding up and then I'll be good. It's not going to work in the long run. In the first 30, 60, 90 days, it might, but then stresses add up and emotions build up. If you don't have an outlet for them, you're not consciously thinking about them, they're going to just overflow and your dam is going to break and you're going to do something about it. And most of the time for me, that was not positive. It led to myself acting out.
And then I will say too that when he was just doing sobriety or just counting days and not really doing any of the step work, he would let things build up, and then that would end up in a relapse as opposed to just a slip. So if he was just white knuckling it, he would have all this feelings and emotions that he wasn't dealing with, and then he would relapse, and it was the shame and hiding and all these other things all over again, this huge cycle. Whereas opposed to now when he's in recovery, he has slipped up, but it's just a little slip and it's like, I caught it, I know I made a mistake, I'm ready to get back on board with this. So there's a big difference there too with how you handle situations.
So this video is a little shorter than our last few ones, but we hope we were able to clear some things up for you guys if you had questions about those. And again, those are just our definitions for those words, the way that we utilize those in our recovery and marriage, and we hope that they will be able to help you guys in your own lives, in your recovery journey. And wherever you may be in these steps, just continue on, keep going, do your best, and continue to focus on making progress and doing better every day. Just take it one day at a time, but also improving on the last day, the previous day.
Don't let negative emotions get to you. Just focus on progressing. If you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to ask or email us. We'll link that stuff in the description down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your questions. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know, what we can help you with. We do have a list of items or topics that we want to cover.
Yeah.
But we also want to know what you want to learn about and what you want to know.
What questions do you have that we can help answer, help clarify?
Thank you guys again so much for watching. We really appreciate you. Keep those questions, concerns, everything coming back at us. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.